We want to get you to our meteorologist, Melissa Nord. We know that the conditions in Washington, D.C. have played a role, have an impact on the services that have been planned. And we're also watching what we are going to see here. Melissa.
Right. And there's a storm system coming at the end of the week. The time frame of that on Friday. So I know Jimmy Carter's final return home to planes is going to be late on Thursday. If it were delayed any further than that, of course, it would be impacted by this Gulf flow coming in. But this is high interest to the metro area because it now looks like the wintry mix is going to be likely as we go through the day on Friday. It's the storm cutting across the northern Gulf of Mexico. Yesterday, there was still a lot of differences with where the track of that model, the storm would go. But today, we're getting a much clearer picture. We will see that wintry mix coming all the way down into the metro area. We know we're going to see some accumulating snow even possible in far northern Georgia. We also can say that the timing of it moves in Friday morning, clears out early Saturday. And I do believe with everything we're looking at, untreated roadways will be significantly impacted from the system moving in. Treated roadways, that brine on the roads is going to help to melt that snow, melt any sleet coming down. That will help, but I do think we're going to see some big impacts here on Friday. What we still can't see is how much snow, sleet, or freezing rain we're going to see. And some of our southern counties, we're looking at wintry mix and rain possible. Will we end up seeing that sleet and freezing rain, or will it be all rain? Still a little too far out to say any of that with certain. We know there are going to be some road impacts, but power outages, that right now doesn't look as high of a risk, but something we'll be watching here over the next 24 hours as we get closer to the event to really fine tune. So this is new today. It's the first time we've put this on air. This is the type of winter weather we're expecting across parts of North Georgia. Today's Tuesday. This is a Friday event. Things could still change. In the mountains, we're talking about Dahlonega, Helen, up towards Rabun County. Mostly snow. There will be some mixing towards the afternoon or evening, but it's a mostly snow event. Now, on the northern side of the metro down to about I-20, we're probably going to start with snow and transition to a wintry mix some point during the afternoon on Friday. The south side of I-20, the snow is less favorable, more favorable for a wintry mix with sleet and freezing rain, and then eventually changing over to just rain. And then down in central Georgia, it's mostly going to be a cold rain event. Are you going to see accumulating snow? For snow lovers, better news today. Model runs are coming in colder. This means a better chance of some of that snow sticking and accumulating. We feel pretty good that we're going to get some snow in the mountains. North side of the metro, giving it a 60% chance of accumulating snow. If we keep on this trend of colder air in place, that number will go up. And then south of I-20 still depends on the track of the system. And then we'll also watch some of that freezing rain, especially just south of I-20 on Friday. What I'm expecting for a timeline, this is big picture. Thursday night, Thursday during the day, dry with sunshine. Friday morning, we'll start to see the snow and wintry mix moving in between 4 in the morning and 10 in the morning. So in the morning it arrives. Notice this is just a model. This is not what's actually going to play out. But this shows some of that snow getting even south of I-20. Little wintry mix in there as well. And then as we go throughout the day, the Gulf flow is going to pull in some warmer air. So you'll start to see this pink line, which is the wintry mix transitioning to rain. That mix line gets further north the later in the day that we go. So this is Friday at 3 o'clock, pushing up towards the Atlanta area. Then overnight, still dealing with the mix and snow to the north, but Atlanta transitioning to rain and then clearing out as we get into early Saturday morning. So we will be watching all of those things in the timeline to come. So Friday morning, just to recap, steady snow. We're expecting to move in to the south of I-20. It might not be straight snow. It might be a mix. Untreated roads will quickly become snow covered, slick or slushy depending on where you are. And then Friday afternoon we'll continue to track mostly snow up in the mountains, the metro area snow and a wintry mix transitioning throughout the afternoon. Still some of those road issues, and then Friday overnight we'll see that warmer air creeping further in. So in the metro area, wintry mix transitioning to rain by later on Friday night. So a lot of fine details still to come, but while we are waiting for the president to arrive in Washington Washington, D.C. We wanted to give you this update because we do expect some big impacts coming in on Friday through Friday night. I believe the roads will be highly impacted. I also think that a lot of schools will have to make the decision of what they want to end up doing. By the way, if you're wondering, when can they start pre-treating the roads? Is this going to be the same scenario as January 2014? It's not. The capabilities GDOT has now for pre-treating the roads is night and day difference from a decade ago. They have brining capabilities. That salt brine, it lowers the freezing point of the road surfaces. They can start applying that about 48 hours before the snow arrives. And because we're going to start with snow and not start with rain, it's not going to be washed off. So it will be effective as it starts. Here's a different model. This is the European, so slightly different from the American model I just showed you. It also shows Friday morning, snow moving in. Again, it's starting as snow in Atlanta and for the North Georgia mountains, but watch later in the day this pink line, that's our rain snow line, creeping further north. So as we go into Friday night, we see that transition happening in Atlanta, and then by first thing on Saturday morning, it is pretty much out of here. So a lot of information still coming in, amounts of snow, amounts of freezing rain. Those are the things we'll get a clear picture of here in the next 24 hours. Wow.